I thought my neighbor was a retired hitman. Turns out he's just the CEO of a very different kind of underground organization. For 3 years, Mr. Henderson was the neighborhood enigma. He dressed exclusively in charcoal suits, never smiled, and spent every Saturday morning loading heavy, unmarked black crates into a matte black van. We had a group chat dedicated entirely to theorizing what was in them. My roommate was convinced it was tactical gear. I was leaning toward illegal high-stakes poker equipment. Last Tuesday, the mystery finally unraveled in the most chaotic way possible. I was carrying a bag of groceries up the driveway when I tripped over a loose stone. My eggs went flying and, of course, one of them smashed right against the side of Mr. Henderson's pristine van just as he was opening the back door. I froze. I expected a lecture, or at least a very stern glare. Instead, Mr. Henderson let out a gasp that sounded suspiciously like a squeak. "Oh no!" he shouted, rushing over. "Are they okay?" I started apologizing profusely about the egg yolk on his paint job, but he wasn't looking at the van. He was looking at the ground. One of the black crates had tipped over during his sudden movement, and the lid had popped open. I braced myself for the sight of hardware or heist money. Instead, a tiny, golden-furred head poked out, then another, and then 3 more. Mr. Henderson, the man we thought was a silent assassin, was sitting on the pavement, cradling a puppy in his expensive suit. "I run a nonprofit for retired service dogs and their fosters," he muttered, his face turning a deep shade of red. "I'm just very shy. I wear the suits because I have a big meeting with donors later, and I didn't want to get fur on my clothes before I left." He had spent the last decade using his retirement savings to transport high-needs dogs to their forever homes. The reason he never talked to us? He was terrified that if people knew, they'd start making a fuss or dropping off strays he didn't have the capacity to help yet. The scary group chat has since been renamed Henderson's Heroes. Now, instead of spying on him, we take turns helping him brush the dogs and loading the crates. He still wears the suits, but now he wears them with a lint roller in one hand and a bag of treats in the other.